Dear listeners, we are sending you New Year regards from our studio in Belgrade. People look forward to New Year holidays all over the world and escape from daily obligations and concerns and exchange of the most beautiful wishes and expectations with one's nearest and dearest. Enjoyment of delicious food and excellent entertainment are the universal needs of everybody on this planet and the decoration of New Year festivities. New Year holidays also represent a precious occasion for us to stop for a while, look around and be grateful for the life we have, for the good people that love us and for the beautiful country we live in. We sometimes attain that knowledge on our own and are sometimes reminded those facts by guests coming from abroad and encountering, in our country, a long-forgotten hospitality, rich history, culture and tradition, a pristine nature, charming disharmony between the great facade and the merry mood of our towns, food at which all the senses rejoice, a rich spirit and sense of humor, and many atypical things that have been lost for long in more developed and wealthier societies. Serbia is at the crossroads of Eastern and Western Europe and is the only European country through the capital of which, Belgrade, two international rivers flow, the Sava and the Danube. Numerous guests visit Belgrade to New Year on some other occasions as business people, tourists or adventurers. Whatever the reason they come for, they always keep returning to Belgrade, attracted by its history, which is seen at every step by more than 300 cultural monuments, food, entertainment and above all, by the energy and spirit of Belgraders who during the 7,000 years of its history have built their town back from ashes 38 times. Despite all the ordeals throughout history, Belgraders rejoice at everything and, what is even more important, at everyone, which is the best invitation to guests. The Belgrade Fortress is the most famous and popular part of Belgrade. It is a museum of its past. For 18 centuries it was the venue of many battles and testified to the brutality of invaders and the courage of defenders of Belgrade. The fortress is divided into the upper and the lower town and the Kalemegdan Park, where one can see monuments to important people in Serbian history, science and culture. The Belgrade Fortress also commands an exciting view of the place where the river Sava flows into the Danube and of two Belgrade districts, Novi Belgrade and Zemun. It was maybe those lovely views that gave birth to an urban legend, according to which the couples that walk along the path from the Victory Monument to the medieval Nebojša Tower and the Ružica Church are guaranteed eternal love. One cannot feel the value of Belgrade if one lives in Belgrade all the time, wrote Serbian writer and the chronicler of Belgrade Momo Kapor, assessing that all the little precious things which make life here better than elsewhere, above all the quantity of free time that we can dedicate to us and to others, or the familiarity that can be annoying, all those things are shown in their full splendor if viewed from some place in the West. This famous writer in Bohemia frequented, like many others, the picturesque Kadarlia district in downtown Belgrade, full of cafes and taverns, which have always been a venue of numerous artists and writers. This part of Belgrade was built in the first half of the 19th century. In 1872, the street that was the core of this district was named Skadarska Street. Skadarlia is most often compared to the Montmartre in Paris, owing to its vivid and artistic atmosphere. Many writers, actors, artists and journalists lived there, including romantic poet and painter Đura Jakšić, whose house has been turned into a venue of poets, a poetical event called Skadarlia Nights. One of the world's most magnificent Orthodox churches is St. Sava's Cathedral in Belgrade. The preparations for its construction started in 1894, and the construction itself began in 1934 on the site where, on the order of Sinan Pasha in 1594, the relics of the first Serbian Archbishop St. Sava were burnt, having been brought from the monastery of Mileševa. The construction of the cathedral was stopped by World War II and the bombing of Belgrade and did not resume until 1985, after the end of Tito's communist era. The construction was supported with numerous donations from Serbia and the diaspora. The cathedral is 79 meters tall, has 3 choir galleries and a viewpoint gallery, and houses 10,000 people. It has a dominant position in Belgrade's silhouette. Ivo Andrić, a writer and a Nobel Prize winner, noticed that this big city seems to have always been like this, torn out, spilled, as if it never existed, but was born and recovered eternally. It springs up and grows from one end and fades and dies on the other. It keeps moving, never resting, and it knows nothing about serenity and silence, a city on 2 rivers on a large area checked by winds. It is impossible to get to know Belgrade without paying a visit to Ada Ciganlija, which proudly bears the nickname of the Belgrade Sea and becomes a favorite venue of Belgraders with the first sun rays of spring. Ada is a true ecological oasis of the city, which boasts clear water and a rich forest. It is a natural habitat of numerous species of birds, rodents and insects, whereas the Sava River Lake abounds in fish varieties. This was a short reminder to Belgraders why they like their city and an invitation to tourists to come and see why one never visits Belgrade just once. One of the most famous Belgrade poets, Duško Radović, wrote, Tired of a long journey? Belgrade will relax you. Hungry? Belgrade will feed you. Want to see something new? Belgrade will show you. Curious to know something? There is no question Belgrade will not answer. Those who are lucky enough to wake up in Belgrade this morning can say they have achieved enough in life for today. Insisting on anything more would be asking too much. We are sending you our warmest regards, and we wish you to surround yourself with beautiful things and people and to think beautiful thoughts. The New Year holidays may be the best period for that, and Belgrade may be the best place. We wish you a very happy New Year.